Hi everybody, it's Kayla, and welcome back to Speed Build Someday. Today we are building a house in The Sims 3. I know, it's magic. I have done very few Sims 3 builds on my channel, but I wanted to do one because I have a Sims 3 Let's Play that I'm playing on my channel called Generations, and my Sims needed a new house very desperately. My Sim has like 5 kids and she's gonna have one more, so we needed a new place that kind of actually fit her family, and I also just like to build in The Sims 3. I used to play this game all the time. This was like my first ever Sims game, and so it holds a very special place in my heart, as we all know, and so building in The Sims 3, for one, is very difficult compared to The Sims 4, and interesting to say the least. I'll say that much. It also takes significantly longer. Like, to build this house, I mean, I cut out a lot of it, but the footage was like 3 hours long before I sped it up, and that didn't include recording a lot of things like the bathrooms and like half the dining room and stuff. This house probably took me like 4 hours to build, and it's not that big of a house. I could build this house in probably like 2 hours in The Sims 4, maybe less. And granted, I'm just more familiar with The Sims 4 right now. Like, I play it more often, so I know where everything is, and like, I know the items in the game. But also, just this game is slower in general because it's older and like creative style. So in this game, if you didn't know, there's a color wheel. And so you can change the color and pattern of literally everything in the entire game. And it's pretty laggy. And so like, it doesn't work very well. It's magic and so fun, but like it makes the process take so much longer because one, you're like designing things more instead of just picking a swatch, and two, it like lags so much that it takes forever to try and do it. So it was an ordeal to build this house, to say the least, but I finally got it done and I am so proud of it. I think it's so cute. The inside is really nice and it has a lot of character, I guess you could say. There's a lot of personality here because my Sims, I'll have to explain some of the bedrooms to you because they're a little bit weird. I'll give you that much. The garage isn't actually a garage. There are cars in The Sims 3, and there is a carport, like in the front yard I have. In the driveway, you can put a car. But in the garage, I made it like smaller than a normal garage size, so you can't even fit a car in this garage, and I turned it into a bedroom because the storyline, there's like this child named Gertrude who everybody hates. It was the mom's first child from a different marriage. She's a lot older than her siblings, and so my Let's Play started when she was already born, and Gertrude's kind of a freak. She looks a bit like a gremlin, to say the least. So that much is moderately concerning. She has like yellow hair, and with the sliders in the Sims 3 cast, I made all of her features like the most exaggerated they can be. Like, picture if you were to make a Sim for the Ugly to Beauty challenge, that's what she looks like. And like, listen, all Sims are beautiful, okay? Except Gertrude isn't. She just has very extreme features. Like, we're talking like pointy ears, alien ear, like the pointiest nose possible, like looking like Pinocchio, you know, like it's one of those things. Also, unrelated, but The Sims 3, they have different stair options than The Sims 4. So in The Sims 4, we only have like stairs that you can make wider, but you can't like change the shape of them. In The Sims 3, they have like ladders and these L-shaped stairs and spiral staircases and all kinds of things like that. You can also in The Sims 3 change like the railing on the left separate from the railing on the right, and you can change the colors of everything. So The Sims 3 is a lot more customizable as far as that kind of thing goes. And this, I've always like missed L-shaped stairs and spiral staircases and stuff, but this build made me miss them so much because those L-shaped stairs look so good. That's so realistic to have stairs like that. Like the stairs in my house are like that. Like the house that I live in, the ones in my parents' house are like that. Like, I feel like everybody has stairs, like these L-shaped sort of stairs in their real life houses, you know? Maybe not everybody, but a lot of people have stairs that kind of go up and turn a corner. And so it's very weird that we don't have a thing like that in The Sims 4. And in The Sims 3, we have it, and so I used them. Because one, it saves some space. I mean, they do take up more space in this build, but like in a different way, basically, if that makes any sense. There's more space downstairs that's open, which I think is a pretty good thing. And it's not just like some big wide box of stairs like we have most of the time. So maybe one day we'll get different stairs in The Sims 4, although at this point my hopes are pretty low as far as new stairs go. Like, a little birdie told me once that we wouldn't be getting spiral staircases, and I kind of believe that, but like at least L-shaped stairs, right? Like, we can get L-shaped staircases. That would mean a lot to me. Or maybe like diagonal staircases. I don't know how that would work because of the spacing, because like the diagonal tiles, they're sort of wider than the straight ones, obviously. And so it would kind of mess with stairs. It'd be weird to make them diagonal, but like, I don't know, just more options for stairs and like the controlling of that, because stairs are not just straight lines in the real life. I think that's a really weird thing. It's so hard to build like real people's houses. If you're trying to build like your house in The Sims, the floor plan always gets so weird around the stairs because in real life your stairs are like an L shape or something and you can't do it in The Sims, but you can do it in The Sims 3. I'm just saying, Sims 4 is lacking. The Sims 4 isn't lacking much. I mean, there are some features, like individual features that it's lacking compared to other games. Like as far as like stuff like that, like the stairs, and how in The Sims 3 you can put fences on the edge of the lot. You can't do that in The Sims 4. There's like weird features that The Sims 4 lacks, but overall, I genuinely think The Sims 4 is so much better than The Sims 3. Like trying to build in this game, like yeah, the color wheel is fun and like the stairs are fun, and I can put my fences on the edge of the lot and save more space in my backyard, but like, I don't know. As far as build mode goes, like I built this house once before and recorded like half of it and then it was too small and I gave up. It was like the same house but a little bit smaller as far as like how wide it was and stuff. I thought it was bad, so I got rid of it. There isn't like an easy bulldoze feature within the lot. And I also, so I wanted to build a house that belongs to like a different sim because I haven't moved my sims that are going to live here into this lot yet. And so I have like a random sim living here because to build from Edit Town, you can't save in build mode in The Sims 3. And that is so unbelievably infuriating because it takes a long time to like go back into game and like load it back up and then save, and then it takes forever to save, and then you come back and it takes forever to load back into build mode. Like that process is impossible, and I had to move a sim into this house so that I could do that without having to like go to Edit Town, save, and then come back. Like that would have taken even longer to load things back and forth like that. I don't know, it's just kind of frustrating how difficult it is to do little things like save your game in The Sims 3. And I think people take that for granted because like you look at The Sims 3 overall, and yeah, it has a lot more content like pack-wise than The Sims 4 does, but I think it's all worse than The Sims 4. And like, yeah, it had terrain tools in the base game, but like think about how bad the Sims 3 base game was as far as like things to do and like the way the game runs. It's just objectively worse. And like I get people are upset about like things in the Sims 4 and wanting things in the Sims 4 and like where's university, meh. But like when you try and play an older Sims game like the Sims 2 or the Sims 3, the experience does not compare. Like, it's just so frustrating to play The Sims 3 right now, coming from The Sims 4. Oh, I should address the lights. Oh my god, sorry. I know it's really weird. Okay, these are called debug lights, which I know a lot of you guys are probably Sims 4 players, so you have no idea what I'm talking about with this. We have these lights in The Sims 4, but I never use them because they're ugly and like the lighting is more glowy in The Sims 4. It's hard to explain, but basically these lights are invisible in game. So they look really weird and like boxy and big in build mode, but when I go into game, like when I come out of build mode, they're invisible, and so it's a lot better for like, I don't know, just building in general in The Sims 3 because their lighting, I feel like the lighting in The Sims 3 is really bad overall, for one, which that kind of sucks. But just these lights, though they're annoying in build mode, they look so much better than game, and it makes the lighting more even because like I was having issues with the cabinets all looking kind of dark, and like the lights were all so small, and like the lighting looked really dumb and dark, and I didn't like it, so I wanted to put some bigger lights in, and so these look weird in build mode, I'm so aware, but I promise they disappear and they look better in game. Because people are coming into my stream, I streamed this when I built it, people would come in that hadn't played The Sims 3 and they'd be like, what are those lights, fix it, and I was like, guys, don't worry, they're gonna go away, you won't even see them, it's just like temporary basically, and they're free. So that's fun. You have to type in by debug, that's the cheat, like Control-Shift-C and then testing cheats enabled true and then by debug. So once you type that whole cheat in, I know it's kind of annoying. The cheats in The Sims 3 are kind of wild. They're kind of worse than The Sims 4 as far as like bb.move objects on. It's just move objects space on in The Sims 3. But the testing cheats in The Sims 3 is testing cheats enabled true. But yeah, the cheat is by debug. It's bb.show hidden objects in The Sims 4, but it's by debug in The Sims 3 if you're looking for these things to like access the debug menu that gives you stuff like these lights, and like you can access all the collectibles, and like in The Sims 3 you can place down spawners for like, I don't know, in The Sims 4 you could like find the crystals and like have them. In The Sims 3 you can also place down spawners for like the bugs and the birds and seed spawners and stuff like that. And then you can go and like collect them that way. So I used to in The Sims 3, when I was like placing things, I would like go and edit the park and I would put down spawners for like all the rare like collectibles and stuff at the park, and then I would just go to the park and like take them because I would make money that way. And so I would do that. But yeah, you can place spawners for that kind of thing in The Sims 3. You can control a lot of things in The Sims 3. It's kind of cool how well, the world is open, and a lot of things like that are within your control, which I think is kind of fun because we don't have that sort of thing. Like, you can't place a spawner down for like one of those rock collectible thingies in The Sims 4. You just dig those collectibles that like respawn every day. In The Sims 3, they kind of just appeared randomly, like rocks would appear randomly that you could go collect, but because they had a spawner down, and so in that area, rocks would sort of appear. And you also, in The Sims 3, you used to be able to train your dogs to hunt, and they could go out and find like gemstones and stuff. And then if you had Supernatural, you had the gem cutting machine, and then your Sims could cut the gems, so like these like raw material rocks into these like fine gems, and they could be worth like thousands of simoleons. It was so easy to make a lot of money in The Sims 3 because you could like win the lottery. One of the lifetime happiness point like wishes that you could do was a genie lamp, and you could wish for a ton of money. You could get the inheritance one for like 30,000 points and get 30,000 simoleons, like thereabouts. That was always fun. So I'll play like legacy challenges and then try and because an aspiration, when you complete it in The Sims 3, like a lifetime wish, you get like about 30,000 points from completing it, and you can get like 5,000 for like having a girl if your Sim wished to have a girl when they had a baby and stuff like that. And so you can get points really easily. And then I would save up my points, get like 30K, and then buy the inheritance is the word I'm looking for. Sorry, I can't speak, but I used to always do that because then you would have this like tiny house, because it's hard to make money from careers in The Sims 3. Like, it's really easy to get money if you're doing things like collectibles or like maybe even gardening. But it's really hard to make money from career stuff because your Sims go to work and they make like 70 simoleons a day, and it takes forever to level up your careers. And skill building is way harder in The Sims 3 than The Sims 4. It just takes a lot longer. Like in The Sims 4, I've noticed the cooking skill is really easy to level up and like master. I remember it used to be so hard to level the cooking skill up in The Sims 3. And maybe it's because I was playing it when I was like a child and stuff, but like I remember having these like families. I would play legacy challenges, and like the moms, because they have time off of work for maternity leave, like you can't control it. So if you were having a lot of kids, your mom just never worked. Like the mother, because she would have maternity leave constantly, she would get like 5 days off of work for maternity leave, and in that time she gets pregnant again, and then she's just never, she goes to work like twice in her life if she's having kids. And it's really frustrating because you can't have like a successful actual career. And so I would make them do things like paint or write or something, and it's really hard to make money that way too. Although painting in The Sims 4, you know how you have to pay money to paint? I'm just like talking about The Sims and comparing the games, but in The Sims 4, you have to like pay 50 simoleons for a canvas, for like a small canvas, and then paint. In The Sims 3, you just like paint small canvas, and then it like paints one, and then you can sell it for like 12 simoleons, but you don't have to pay money to paint. It's free to paint, which is kind of cool. Although I also kind of like you have to pay for the canvas, because in real life, canvases are so expensive. I should clarify, I'm currently making that garage room for Gertrude. I put her weird zebra print stuff in her garage room because I wanted Gertrude to live in the garage, because I figured she's like the hated child, so they put her in the garage, and I bet it's like always cold in there because it's a garage door. It's not like that insulated well, and so she's like painted it, and they finished it and put floors in and stuff, but like it's still a garage. And because she's in high school and she has like some after school activities, they have a ton of after school activities in The Sims 3. You can join like art club and drama club and like a million clubs. It's way more fun than The Sims 4. In The Sims 4, your Sims can be in drama club and also in scouts, and they can also have part-time jobs. But in The Sims 3, your teens can join so many clubs with the Generations pack. It's really fun, and they gain skills that way. Like when I signed my Sim up, I was like, there are so many options for this. That's so cool. But anyway, so she has a club after school. She's in an art club. And so she comes home like later than her siblings. And so in my mind, her siblings all constantly like open the garage door when they get home from school. So when she gets home, her bedroom's been like open and cold because she just like opened the garage door in the snow. Yeah. She has a bunch of mean siblings. She has, like I said, she's got 4 siblings right now. 4 younger siblings, which is a nightmare. There's a child, a toddler, and then 2 babies. Maybe they're toddlers now. I just had twins in my game, which I'm not happy about, but it's fine. I'm fine. I'm totally super fine. I'm so fine, okay? I was not happy when the twins were born. There's this aspiration when you're supposed to have to raise 5 kids in the game. That's like one of the like big family ones. And so I'm doing that one, but the aspiration is to raise 5 kids from babies. And so when I started my Let's Play, Gertrude was a toddler, and so she doesn't count as one of the kids. So she has to have like Gertrude and 5 more kids, which is horrifying and such a nightmare, but it's fine because it's kind of fun. I like the idea of Gertrude being this like neglected and kind of hated child because the mom always was like focusing on the other kids, and so Gertrude is just like helping raise them and like kind of being neglected, and that's why she ends up being such a bad person. Because if you guys have seen me play The Sims 3 ever like on Twitch or anything, Gertrude is the one who looks like a gremlin, and she has this crazy life because I've been playing with her for a long time. I made her in the beginning to play like an Ugly to Beauty Legacy challenge where I like breeded out the ugly basically in game, where I like got her a husband and tried to have pretty kids and stuff to like play generationally and have her have nice kids. I never actually got that far. So I played with her in the pets world for a little bit, and I had her working as like a fortune teller for a while, and then she ended up cheating on her husband, or maybe he cheated on her. I forget, but there was like some incident. And then I went back and I was like, well, I want to play through some other packs. And so I like played with Island Adventure for a while with Gertrude, and then I went in a different save file and I went through World Adventures for a while. And then I went and I took her to university, and then I went and played Showtime, and so like I just kept going back and like playing with Gertrude in these like alternate universes and created this weird timeline of Gertrude's life where like in my mind she grew up, in my Let's Play I'm playing her childhood, and so she grew up like that in this crazy big family and stuff, always had bad examples as far as like relationships go because her mom is like constantly cheating on her stepdad and like got divorced and stuff. So she has this bad experience for relationships. So she's really bad at relationships because she has no like good role models in her life that way. And then she goes to university, and then she graduates and goes and travels for a while, and then she went and became an acrobat, and like she went and bought a hotel in Island Paradise, and like then she finally settles down. But like in my mind she kind of played out the entire Sims 3 and all these like alternate universes, and I think it's really fun. I just love Gertrude. I think she's great. So she might be kind of ugly and kind of a bad person, but listen, she's wonderful. She has terrible traits. She's like a kleptomaniac, and she doesn't want to commit, and she hates kids and stuff. She's a snob. Actually, she doesn't hate kids. She might be family oriented. I feel like she loves her kids. She really cares about her children. She doesn't really care about her relationships that much. She definitely gets around a lot. She dates a lot of older men as well. She's definitely really into people that are older than her. I don't know why that is. I feel like when you're like serially dating people that are like 30 years older than you, there's gotta be a problem, right? Like I don't know, it's just, like it's moderately concerning in some ways. I'm not here to judge, but like Gertie, what's up with that? Are you okay? Either way, the house, I actually am missing one bedroom because my sim has to have, so my Gertrude's mom's name is Marina Sauce, but I call her Marinara Sauce, and then she has kids such as Penny, and Alfredo Sauce, and there's one named Barbie, Barbara, Barbie Q Sauce. Their last name is SOSS, which is like SOS, but also like sauce, and so I call her Marinara Sauce. It's really dumb. It's a really dumb Let's Play. I'll link it down below if you want to watch it. I have so much fun playing it. Like my sim, it's just a wild story. Like Marinara Sauce is a whole kind of mess, and Gertrude is a teen right now, so like she's got a whole kind of mess going on. I don't know. She's got prom tomorrow in the episode and post tomorrow. So like if you want to watch her go to prom, oh, that was last week. Never mind. She had prom last week. I don't know where I'm pre-recording right now for spring break, so I don't even know what's going on. My spring break's in like 2 weeks, and I'm trying to get ahead pre-recording now instead of next week because whenever I leave it to only have a week to do the videos, I end up being so stressed. And like a week is a long time to pre-record, but if I leave it for a week, I work like 16-hour days for a week straight, and like that's not healthy. To not take weekends off and be working 16-hour days. Like, yeah, I'm working that much so that I can have, like, a week off. But, like, no one needs to be working 16-hour days. That's just not, that's really inhumane, okay? So I'm trying to get ahead now. So I don't know what's going on my channel, basically, because I'm, like, in my mind, it's, like, next week already. And so I don't even know. I mean, I'm uploading this same day, so there's that. but a lot of Let's Plays are pre-recorded, so I'm sorry about that. Also, new pack for The Sims 4 is coming out, The Sims 4 Strangeville. I posted a video yesterday where I reacted to the trailer. I'd love to talk about it more, because I've been replying to a lot of comments and, like, discussing the pack with people in the comments. If you want to get involved in that conversation, check out that video. But I'm really excited about it. I know the pack is kind of weird and, like, not a thing I'd usually be interested in, but I'm kind of excited to see what it's like. I'm looking forward to that. I'm also going to do a Let's Play, so it should be kind of fun. It's just a weird pack. Like, it's very unlike anything I normally would like, to have, like, a quite literally Strangeville pack. It's very, like, supernatural, occult, like, out of my normal, you know, suburban family stuff. Because I like to play The Sims. Like, my way of playing the game is either like this with marinara sauce, where I'm, like, being kind of dumb and crazy and, like, all this drama and cheating and stuff, or I just build stuff for my Simsie save. And so I like to have, like, classic, healthy, suburban, like, some dramatic storylines, but also very realistic ones. Because this one, like, yeah, Gertrude's a literal gremlin, but, like, there is no vampires in her storyline, you know? Like, she just looks kind of weird looking, but she's not actually, like, in a cult or anything, and she's just a normal person that grew up in, like, I don't know, a kind of crazy household. Like, I don't really want to have to, like, solve mysteries of, like, some possession thing going on in Strangeville. So I'm a little bit about that part, but I am willing to give it a try, and I'm kind of excited to see what it's like, because it's nothing like we have in the game right now. And so I like how they're branching out, and that's kind of cool to me. But I'm also excited because I found out on Twitter, this is my formal update for all of you guys, that you can opt out of the Strange, and it's a residential neighborhood that has 11 lots. So it's like a regular neighborhood, like Newcrest, Willow Creek, whatever, but it has 11 lots, and it's residential, so it's not like Granite Falls where you go to visit it. It's one that you can actually live in, and you can opt out of the Strange, which just, that's my kind of thing, you guys, okay? Opting out of the crazy is perfect. That's all I ever wanted, and I can't wait to build everything for the Simsie save and, like, fix it all. I'm gonna have so much fun. So anyway, that's my Sims 4 update for you guys and my Sims 3 video. You're welcome. But as you can see, I have a lot of bedrooms. Did I ever finish telling the story about how I don't have enough bedrooms, or did I get off track again? I'll tell it anyway. Anyway, so she has to have, like, 6 kids living here, and there is not enough space, but there are bunk beds in The Sims 3, so I'm figuring, she has the 5 kids currently that they can all fit in this house, and there's a playroom downstairs, and in my mind, when the last baby is born, I'll just put it in the playroom, but I wanted to have the playroom to, like, have toys for my kids, because there are a lot of toys that I wanted to use that I couldn't fit in their bedrooms, because there's, like, a cool, like, train set thing, and there's, like, the toddler items from the store content with, like, that little playpen and stuff, and I wanted to have all that in a room, because, like, in my old house in this Let's Play, I had that playpen, because it's a store content item, the one that I have in the downstairs. I know you can't see it right now, so I'm sorry for talking about it, but basically it's like a little playpen, and you can put your toddlers in it, you can put 2 in it once, and then they can sit there and they can teach themselves how to talk in it, so you don't have to actually teach them, like, how you would. In The Sims 3, you have to, like, sit there and, like, talk to your kid and teach it to talk, but you can just put them in this, like, playpen. They teach themselves to talk, they can build their skills, it makes their needs slowly go up while they're in it, and they can gain friendship with the toddler in it with them. So, like, you can have these twins just sitting there befriending each other, getting their skills up, like, skills that they can keep when they're children, and then they learn to talk and stuff. So it's like a lifesaver. And they also have, like, a little walker they can learn how to walk, and I wanted to have those items, but, like, in my old house, I was just sticking them in the front yard. So picture this, it's the middle of winter, the snow is deep in The Sims 3, so, like, you can actually see, like, if it snows more, the snow is higher up, so when your Sims walk in it, like, their whole ankle is covered in snow. And so this, like, playpen is in the driveway, and the snow is, like, around it up to the height of the playpen, and it's a disaster, and it's just sitting there in the driveway, and they don't get cold when they're out there because they're in their cold weather clothes, and their needs are going up, so they just were, like, sitting in the driveway, but as it's literally a blizzard outside, and I felt bad, so I put an actual playroom in this house. So I fixed it. There's also, like, a tree house in the backyard. There are a lot of cool things in this house that I can't wait to play with, but I'll link my Let's Play down below, and also link the builds on Twitch where I built this, because I did stream myself building this. If you want to watch the VODs back, I have a channel called More Simsie where I post them all, so you can check out, like, 3 hours on 2 different days where I built this. It was like a 2-stream build. It was a whole thing. But I'm going to go ahead and cut off right here. Make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I'm posting videos every single day. And so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. I could talk about The Sims 3 all day. I love The Sims 3 so much. Oh my god. It's my childhood, okay? It means so much to me.